Ok. Ehm, Condividi, sorry. Ecco qua. Ok. Can you see my video, my desktop?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So welcome to everybody. I'm Laura Caruso. I'm from CasermArcheologica, and we are partner of the project Life on Mars with the Natural History Museum of Crete from University of Crete. And we are a cultural center in Italy, and we work from a long time in art and science. This comes from Ilaria Margutti. She is the founder of CasermArcheologica. She is also an artist and a teacher, and she works from a long time to this holistic approach. And also, this comes from Roberto Ghezzi, another artist working with us. He has a research called Naturografie. So we had this great opportunity to put this artistic research with the scientific research, thanks to the researcher from the University of Crete. So for us, it's been really an important experience. The project is an Erasmus Plus project, and had 4 steps. No, 5 steps. First of all, we had an international campus in Italy with teachers from different parts of Italy, because we wanted to create a community of knowledge and share experience of people working at school to make to have tools to introduce scientific items through the arts. So we had the first step in Italy in February 2024. Then we had 3 webinars with speakers, with different speakers, and there we had 100 participants for each webinar from Italy, from Greek, and from different parts of Europe. Then we had the artistic residents. Later, Elina and Roberto will talk about it deeper. And then in the end, an exhibition in Natural History Museum in Crete. And yeah, we had these artistic residents. Then we had the second international campus in Crete, in Heraklion. There we had teachers from Greek. So it's been in September 2024. And the last part of the project has been all for the schools. We had several workshops with teachers and students testing the tools that we used in all this time. So it's been a long time researching to have models and trying it with students of different ages. So it's been a big project for us, and I want to thank all the people who worked on it. Yasmi, Elina, and Eri from the museum has been great for us. The staff from CasermArcheologica, me and Alice. Alice made also the editing of the educational kit and the small guides. And Roberto Ghezzi and Ilaria Margutti, they were the artists in the project. I want also thanks to Sara Nocentini, that has been our project manager, who helped us in writing the project in the beginning and also to manage the project during the project, because it always takes a lot of time and yeah, need a lot of things to do. And so that's it. I want to also thanks all the teachers that shared experience, knowledge, because we think that people working at school can do a lot to improve the way to give to the students better tools to know what they have around. So thanks to teachers, I see some of them here with us. So yeah, it's been great to know in this project. Then I leave to Yasmi, and we have different steps in this final meeting, because this is the end of this project, and to share our educational kit and small guides, and to give to you more information. Thank you to everybody.
Thank you, Laura. Thank you all that you're here. As you said, it is a cooperation of science and art, and for a scientist, is a strange combination. We are not used to work with art people, and at least for me, it was a very, very, very enlightening period. I'm a biologist. I'm the head of education in the Natural History Museum of Crete, and my specialty is studying scorpions. So no art at all in my life until I met all these people here. It is very, very interesting if you could, as teachers, transfer the scientific aspects through very interesting ways like art. I want to give you an example, and then Elena will proceed. My experience with Roberto, for example, Roberto prepared his canvases in the fresh waters of Crete, and after 3 months, I went with him to check what he's doing. So I discovered a huge population of little creatures on the canvases. And if you know the creatures that were attached there, you can have a story about what has happened in this environment for the last, let's say, 3 months that it's there. I'm sure that Roberto will tell you more, because this is what he's doing, and a lot of scientific results come from his artistic work. So, yeah, don't be afraid to use art and explain scientific aspects and issues. It was a very good combination. Thank you all. So I think, Elena, you will proceed now.
Just one thing. Okay, for all the people who got in the meeting, please, you have a link in the chat. You can leave there your address to make the registration. And if you need the certificate, please leave everything so we can send to you your certificate. It's very important. You can see the link I have in this way, but I don't know where you see it, but in the chat of this meeting. Sorry.
Thank you, Yasmin and Laura. Hello from me too. I want to thank everyone that has joined that meeting. Your presence here is very, very important. I am a pedagogist and learning facilitator working with Natural History Museum of Crete, University of Crete, and it was a great joy to be part of the Erasmus Plus program Life on mARTS. It was a journey of discovery for me too. And I lived a great adventure with the artist Roberto Ghezzi, and I'm really excited to talk to you about that. So I don't know if we're ready to watch the video, and I will ask Roberto to join me to speak our truth through this video. So as Laura told us in the beginning of the meeting, Roberto Ghezzi came to Crete and had an artistic residence. We visited 5 or 7, I don't quite remember the places of the number of the places. I remember the places very well. Of fresh water, and and we also visited Iouchtas, the mountain near here in Iraklio, and put canvases in the water and at Iouchtas in the soil. We left them there for 3 months, and then Roberto visited again Heraklion, and we had to pick them up and see the results of a very exciting and artistic technique. Here you can see Roberto. We visited Armiros River. We visited Gergeri, the lake of the Yenis, Fairy Cave, Neraidospilio, as we say in Greek, Zaros Lake, a small pond in Astritsi, and we had excellent results from the canvases that stayed because we lost some canvases in the 3 months that were there. Some we didn't find, but I think Roberto knew the risk, so we kept going. Then we put the canvases in the under the microscope, and Dr. Yasmi Stathi, along with Roberto, found many excellent results. Many microorganisms, small animals, were found home on Roberto's canvases. This technique is called naturographia, and I would like, if Roberto is available, to say something to us about this extraordinary technique that is fantastic and very interesting.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, Roberto. That was Roberto had his exhibition in Natural History Museum, and it was a great pleasure for us. Roberto, please, if you like.
Thank you, Ellie and Yasmin, Laura, and all the participants. I'm honored to for this, and the first time I see this video, very interesting. Yes, naturographia, more than a technique, is an idea. I start like a classical painter, but for about the last 15 years, I created work of art with nature. The concept of this particular way to interact with the nature is this: the artist take a step behind the canvas and let the nature create the works. Color of nature, the sediment, the soil, the water is a really dialogue with the environment. Is a very important way to not only an artistic way to interact with a particular environment, but also naturographia, and you can see in this project is a very good link between art and science, a different way to see the world, to see the nature, to listen the nature, because with this technique, with this idea, you have to wait the time. In this case, about 3 months, but sometime more, sometime years, and this is very important. And then at last, when you see the canvas in the hand, when you take out from the water, from the soil, you can see in the fabrics the history, and you can know very well the place. You can also work with the scientists, in this case with Yasmi, to see a particular in a different way, not in the usual way with the photo, with a normal video, but in a different, and I think art can do this. See the same things, but in a different way. And this is important, not only to know a particular environment, in this case, the freshwater of Crete, but also to have a really contact with the life of this environment, and also is the first step to protect a particular environment, I think, because if you don't know things, you can have any interest to protect. And I think also this is important about this idea. And it's a pleasure to have to collaborate with this project. And thank you, Elina, Yasmin, Laura, and Caserma, and also to the Natural History Museum for host the exhibition, because it's a great opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, Roberto and Elina. Now I put the link to the video on the chat. Anyway, I put also the link to the website where you can see everything. The educational kit, the small guides, pictures, video tutorial, everything is there. We tried to organize the material in the best way to be clear and to tell everything about the project. Now we leave to Alice and Elina. They will talk about educational kit and small guides. They are the results that we have for everybody to all the teachers.
So good evening, everybody. I'm Alice Solfanelli and I work at CasermArcheologica. Now I have to share the video. Okay, can you see? Perfect. Now I'm going to show you the educational tools we created with the valuable support of the Natural History Museum of Crete. If you have any question, please write them in the chat and we will answer all of them at the end in the chronological order. We are starting from the homepage of CasermArcheologica website, and if you go to the project section and click on Life on Mars, you will find a kind of project diary that, as Laura said to you, and that tells the story of what happened during the months of work. At the bottom of the page, you will see the different steps of the project. But what we are interested in today are the educational tools, which you can download from the green links. We created two main tools. The first is the educational kit, which includes some teaching and hands-on activities designed to help students of all age approach science through creative and accessible activities. We created it mainly for teacher and educator, but really anyone can use it. The second tool is the small guide. As the name suggests, there are short illustrated guides that explain some of the scientific knowledge we gained through the activities in the educational kit. Knowledge we experienced it directly. There are 4 guides, and they are designed for a younger audience. like middle school students. Our goal was to make them simple and accessible for everyone. Now, let's take a closer look at each of them. We start with the educational kit. As I mentioned, it's a collection of creativity and activities that respond to the question, how can improve the teaching of scientific subject through and with art? As we already said, the project aims to develop tools and models for school in order to improve the teaching and learning of scientific subjects, biology, chemistry, physics, etc., and to deepen their understanding of environmental issues such as pollution, biodiversity, climate change. Here you can see the goals we had in mind when we created the educational kit, and this is the index of the activities. There are 10 in total. The first activity is cyanotype in nature. This is the one we use the most during the project. It was introduced to us by the artist Roberto Ghezzi, and we noticed during various workshops with students that it was very, very well received. The cyanotype workshop on wild plants is an educational experience that combines art and nature, designed to provide teachers with an innovative tools for exploring the natural environment. During the workshop, participants will learn the cyanotype technique, an ancient photographic process that uses sunlight to create deep blue imaging of plants. For each activity, you will find the objectives, the step-by-step procedure, and the materials needed. We also create a video tutorial with the artist, which you can watch at this link. We'll just open it briefly to give you an example, maybe. Okay. Can you see? This is a video tutorial with the material, with the subtitle. So, all the part of the procedure.
It's funny to say that the video is made to the Fiume Tevere, because we did this workshop outside to the river close to CasermArcheologica.
Yes. Everybody. So.
You can do it also without a river, anyway.
Of course. Here, instead, you can find a link to the small guide with the scientific result we learned throughout the activity. This is the first of the 4 small guides we created. You can find all of them here. Let's take a look at it. Okay. The small guides are designed to answer the question, what did I learn about? In this case, chemistry and plants. They are meant to be easy to read and understand, and they are full of images. We created them this way because we want students of all of age to be able to use them easily. This particular guide gives a short overview of the history of cyanotype, explain how it works on a scientific level, and present some of the ways it has been applied. And this is, that's all. The second activity is contact printing with gelatin plates. This experience was also very well received by both teachers and students. and we repeated it many times throughout the project. A creative activity that combines art and nature. Participants will use gelatin plates as a medium to transfer detailed images of plants directly into paper. After collecting wild plants, they will arrange them on a plate coated with acrylic paint. Through a simple yet effective printing process, participants will create unique image that captures the beauty and the complexity of natural fur. She's Yasmi. As always, you can find detailed instruction to replicate the activity and a video tutorial to guide you step by step. The third activity is a botanical printing technique called Apazome. Is a Japanese botanical printing technique that involves pounding fresh leaves and flowers onto fabric or paper to transfer the natural pigments and create images. In this process, aesthetic meets botany, and hands-on making becomes a vehicle for learning and in the interdisciplinary approach that transforms a simple print into a rich educational and sensory experience. In this case as well, you will find a video tutorial available to guide you through the process. Let's move on to the fourth activity, the community canvas. An experience we lived firsthand during the first campus here in Italy, led by the artist Ilaria Margutti. In this case too, we create a video tutorial, then explain all the steps involved. Do you want to see a little bit? Maybe? Yes? Okay, perfect. This is the canvas. Ilaria talks in Italian language, but you can find the subtitle in English. And this is the moment during the process.
It's nice to say also that we have this canvas traveling through Italy and Greece as a also this is an artistic research to keep together these two lands by the embroidering. So has been an artistic approach to keep together the different communities.
Yes, thank you, Laura. We also explored the fifth activity, once again with the artist Roberto Ghezzi, cyanotype of melting ice. In this case, in addition to the video tutorial, of course, we also created the second small guide, which we'll look at together. Okay. This small guide explains in a simple way what climate change is, its effect, and the techniques, including cyanotype, that can be used to observe it. As you can see, they are very, very easy to read. Let's continue with the next activity, imagine, adapt, create. In this case, Dottoressa Yasmi led this activity during a webinar a few months ago. We don't have a video tutorial of this one, but there is a PDF document written by Dottoressa Yasmi herself, which included more specific information the scientific information, of course, to help guide the activity. There is also a small guide, the third. A look. Okay. In this case, we are talking about animals adaptation. The guide gives a brief explanation of how many types of adaptation exist and what they are, also providing specific example to make the concept clearly. Okay. The next activity, botanical link on paper, was also led by Dr. Selina during the campus in Crete. This activity is paired with the final small guide, which we will now take a quick look at together. But first, in this workshop, we will discover how to create natural inks using common flowers and plants. Through simple steps, we will explore the hidden color in nature and learn how to transform them into tools for painting, experimenting with the connection between science, creativity, and sustainability. You can also find the procedure. This is the last small guide. This guide explains how certain plants, flower, or other natural materials can be turned into dyes, how they are used, and where they can be found. It also included a small but important reminder at the end. Always make sure to research carefully before using any natural products, as some may be toxic.
I would like to make a comment here.
Perfect.
During our workshops in Natural History Museum with teachers, we worked on natural dyes and we dyed cloth. But later on, we discovered that it's not an easy process for a teacher to apply with a class because of the lack of time, mostly. So we had to make a small change, and instead of natural dyes, use the botanical inks to paint. And I had to say that it was easier for the teachers and for students to use it, and they created great artworks with botanical inks.
Thank you, Elena. Do you want to say something about other activity, or maybe Yasmi, do you want to say something about this particular activity?
Yes, I would like to say something about the activity that teachers did and the pictures that you show here.
Yes.
That after the webinar that we had, the scientific aspect of adaptations, it was a very funny thing, task that I asked the people to do, to create a fantastic animal or plant. Use whatever they wanted, either digital or paper or whatever, but then they had to explain and to describe the habitat and the behaviors and whatever this fantastic imaginary creature was exploring. So it was very interesting. You see, a chimera, a combination of characters with a lot of imagination. That's from me.
And you can find all the results at this link. Okay, last 3 activities: side bombs, plannable calendar, and micro macro. Were included because they are easy, fun, and can be done by anyone at home. I personally have already done them with a few group of children, and everyone had a great time. So I recommend it. So I have finished showing you the tools we had developed. We truly hope they will be useful to you and that you find them as inspiring as we did. Thank you for attention. And now I'll head over to Laura. And if you have any question, please write in the chat.
Thank you.
Or talk. You can talk as well, not only write in the chat.
Yes, of course.
Yes, because now in the end of this meeting, I asked to Elina and Yasmi if they want to say something more about activities. Otherwise, we go to the part of the meeting in which we show pictures from the workshop we did. And that is that moment in which we ask to teacher here to share experience that they have with students of different ages. Also to to have ideas to how these activities are for students. I share my video. Ali, can you stop the sharing? Okay.
What I'd like to add is that this material can easily be found in CasermArcheologica site, but this link is also available in the Natural History Museum of Crete site in the education part, which is, I will write it here. It's for distance learning for teachers, and it's a material that teachers can download by themselves from CasermArcheologica site. The site is translated in Greek, so there is no problem. The material is in English for now. So you can visit either Caserma or Natural History Museum and use the material available. Thank you.
It should very important that this material go around. So if you have colleagues to send it, please send. Or if you think there is people, not just teachers, that are interested in these topics. Please use this material. Is for free, of course. Is made to be shared and to be something that go around. As we tried to do doing our okay. Let me share. Okay, condividi. Okay, let me share some pictures. Nice picture from our experience. Yeah, we can see okay, we had workshop with 45 teachers just for them, so they can use it in their classroom. Teachers from a different school, from the primary school to the high school. Then we had 95 students from high school. We did in CasermArcheologica with students from San Sepolcro, from Milan. They are students from Raffaella Arpiani, one of the teachers who was with us in the first and the second international campus. And students from Cesena is another place not so far. And then we had 35 students from they are around 12, 13, 14 years old, and 25 from primary school. So you can see some picture here. We did in the school or outside. Roberto suggests always to try to make it outside. First of all, because for the cyanotype you need the light, the light of the sun. So this is very important, but also because it's a way to stay in contact with nature. Yes, you can see Alice doing this. Yeah, these are cyanotype, as you can see. These are printing, jelly printing. These are very nice because you can use what you find where you are. It's very simple. And also the results, it's very nice also to put on the wall of the school, for example. In my school now we have cyanotype everywhere, and it's very nice to have this blue. Yeah, you can see some picture, and maybe I show you all together. Okay, here we were in a school in a mountain, so it's been very nice there. Here are people in CasermArcheologica. And then, okay, here in Greece, with this is Elina.
Here is a visit to a school. We used the botanical inks. We didn't dye cloths, but we used paper for these artworks. And the children were excited because there was a presentation of the local plants that can be used to produce botanical inks. And they got excited because these flowers and plants are everywhere around them, and they didn't know that they had that property.
Yes, of course. This is my school. Also for us, it's been nice to know the plants that are in the garden out of the windows. So also for us, very, very nice for children. And that's it. So please, if you have a different experience, we always hope has been a nice experience, but anyway, can be nice have different. Also from Roberto and Alice that had this. Yeah, they did a lot of workshop.
So just to remind that every participant has to fill in the document, the Google document that is attached in the chat. It is very important for us. Thank you for being here, all of you. If you have a question or an experience to share with us, please.
Okay.
If
Also,
there is nothing from somebody else, I would like to share my experience with Raffaella when
yes.
she first saw the spider under the stereo microscope. So it was very interesting, her behavior after that, because I see spiders and creatures 35 years now under the stereo microscope, but it was the first time that I noticed the colors, and Raffaella showed that to me. So I don't know if Raffaella, you hear us? And if you could
I
say
think
something.
Raffaella is somewhere that where she can talk because she wrote to us.
Yeah.
Yes, but I am okay. This is I think it's important because during the exhibition in the museum there were the canvas. And the canvases from Roberto and the microscope. So during the visit, it was possible also use the microscope. And I have to say that for people as me that don't use microscope is great to have that kind of vision. It's very artistic and open to great vision, universe, I have to say, and so it's very nice to have that point of view. It should be great to have a microscope in all schools, not just the scientific schools, because it's very important. For a lot of us, maybe we are teachers not in science or mathematics. For me, it was one of the first time in my life. So thank you. Okay. I don't know, Roberto, maybe do you want to say something from your point of view? Has been because Roberto travel a lot and bring his research everywhere in the world, all around the world. But I don't know, maybe this was one of the first project in which he was involved from the beginning to the end in all the process to make it as an educational program. Devi accendere il microfono, please.
I think that it was a great experience because, yes, it was the first opportunity I have to work in educational, also in to prepare educational kit, and in this way. But with this opportunity from the past year, now if I have a project, I think always about it. If it could be useful, it could be used for educational way, not only for artistic or scientific research. And it was an opportunity to open other space of research about my way. I think it's great when science and art meet together. We can discover a lot of because I think art can create with the science a very good link also to discover and to make some difficult things about science. Sometimes is not always easy for kids in school to learn science, but art could be a good help in this case, I think, because with the art you can see the same things in a different way. We can learn. I remember the micro. I use some time in my research also with the other scientific institute microscope, and always I think about if people in school can see this beautiful creature, it could be very important to not also in a scientific but also in artistic way to discover the beauty of the universe, of the life. And I think yes, it was very important also for me, and I think in the future also in all the project it could be important to put inside an idea, educational kit or something similar.
Thank you, Roberto. And so, if you have something more, otherwise we can finish because we had the idea to keep in 1 hour, so we are in 1 hour. So
I see some people have already left. So
yeah.
just to remind to fill in the document, the Google document, please. It's very important.
Yes.
And please download the educational kit and the 4 guides, and I urge you to use them, or for your personal interest, or for your classroom. It would be great. There are many beautiful techniques, easy to apply during a class, and are very interesting.
Okay. And please, I want close this saying that has been a big pleasure to work with our colleagues in Greece. Yeah, we were not in. We couldn't know, but it's been great. So thank you, because it's not simple to find partners so professional, but also so nice to work together. So thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. You too. Thank you for the new world that opened to us.
And so we close here, and yes, have a great time. Use Life on Mars educational kit, and well,
See you soon.
see
See
you
you
soon.
soon in another project.
Yeah.
Yes,
We hope.
of course. We can close.
Yes.
Ciao a tutti.
Thank you for being here, all of you. It was a great pleasure. Your participants' participation was very important to us. Thank you.
Assolutamente. Yes. Thank you.
Bye bye.
Assolutamente. I will learn Italian.
And
Yes.
for us, Greek, because we are still to the ancient Greek. Now we have to talk the modern Greek.
Thank you so much. It's been pleasure to work with you. Thank you.
Ciao.
Okay. Bye. Bye.